Hey everybody, welcome to Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick.
I'm Dave.
And on today's episode, we are going to be painting the miniatures found in the board game Wildlands by Osprey Games.
Yeah, that's it's going to be super cool. I think it's a very interesting kind of genre, a little bit of a mashup kind
Of what?
genre that they're covering. Kind of like there's a high fantasy. There's probably some low fantasy stuff. There's some steampunk kind of Wild West kind of feel
Yeah.
to some of the miniatures. It's a really sort of interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely definitely a mash of all those things. As you
Yep.
can tell by the miniatures that are on the spinner here, you've got like this guy who could be like the low fantasy
Yep.
character.
Kind of a witch hunter kind of style. That pilgrim style hat is always witch hunter styling,
Of course. And then, of course, there's this owl man. I think his name is Hugo.
Yeah.
Is the name of that character in the game.
Hugo is a wise name.
Hugo is a wise name. Unlike the character I'm painting today, who is like a warrior who has this like bookshelf in his hands. I'll put it under yours.
Oh yeah, close cam here.
Yeah.
So
And his name is Lunk. But look, he's carrying it. He's literally carrying like a shelf of books.
yep.
Lunk doesn't speak to the librarian in this character.
Well, maybe he's carrying it for the librarian.
For Hugo.
For
The
Hugo,
wise- the wise
Hugo the
owl.
wise, exactly. So he's carrying that for.
Yeah.
So what? Actually, before we go any further, there was one of the characters in here. Is
Gretchen.
named, yeah.
So yeah, if you
Well,
guys
that's
have watched episodes recently, you've noticed that we have a young lady that's been painting with us named Gretchen, and there is a card in here of a character named
Right in
Gretchen
there,
as
yep,
well.
That last one.
Uh,
Or is it the last one on
no,
this?
no, I think it's in this stack
That stack.
here. Yeah, here we go. And though this is not a good representation of our Gretchen, it's a Gretchen.
Oh,
Yeah,
There
just
we
looks
go.
angry.
it does look like an angry wizened hag.
Yeah, but
Quite
our
different to
Gretchen
ours.
is quite different than our Gretchen.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
Our
more of a
Gretchen
mermaid.
She's not at all angry.
She's a sword wielding mermaid is what our Gretchen is.
Right. Excellent.
So you did some research on this game.
A little bit of research, and actually, Leona did some research for us as well.
She did.
So yeah, I followed up. The thing that I was really interested in, of course, the miniatures.
Yeah.
So even though we know something from the front of the box and from all the literature that Martin Wallace was the designer of the game,
Yeah.
two industry veterans who are the designers of the miniatures, Tim Prow and Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson.
if you're a big fan of-
I've heard that name. Tim Prow.
Tim Prow, so I'm not sure if he started out, but I think I just know quite a while ago he did a lot of work for Games Workshop for the Citadel miniatures and a couple of other ranges for them back in the day. And Bobby Jackson has done a lot of work for Reaper.
Reaper. That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amongst a whole bunch of other
I'm
companies
sure.
as well. But yeah, so I think I might throw a couple more minis up on the spinner that we can sort of flick to occasionally through the show.
And the miniatures are amazing. And what's really nice about them is, as you can tell by looking at them, they already come with like this like wash over them, so that they're like out of the box, ready to play, and they have some definition. They're not just going to be a plain looking miniature.
Yep, you've got some depth already.
Yeah.
And there we go. And the last one is Matilda the Minotaur. You gonna chuckle about the names?
The names. It's like
so good.
the miniatures look amazing. The game looks a lot of fun. Even the Unquiet Dead, which is the supplement to it.
So I'm gonna.
But
There it is.
The Unquiet Dead. The artwork looks pretty good, but I feel
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I'm not critiquing the game by any means, but they really mailed in the names.
That's possible. I'm not sure. But yes, so I'm going to be painting a couple of minis from the Unquiet Dead expansion. So I think the game itself comes out next week.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Comes out
My
tomorrow.
goodness.
Yeah, the 17th.
And so at the main box game there, woohoo, this one, yay, is $80
Wow.
comes out tomorrow. And then towards the end of November is the Unquiet Dead, which is $25. So that's the first expansion for Wildlands. And I'll be painting some of the minis for that. I'll grab those off and put up the ones that I'm going to be painting.
And I'll put up the one I am painting. I've already begun. And if you guys haven't noticed, I am cosplaying today.
Not as Lunk.
Not as Lunk, but as the Great Pumpkin.
Yes.
From Charlie Brown. I mean, yes, I've worn this shirt many times before, but today I feel like it's cosplay.
Right, yes. Yes, indeed. Well, who does that make me? Who's one of the...
Well, you're a Whaling Corps employee.
Employee.
Yeah.
Employee number 57.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Random employee.
Random employee number 4.
Nice.
Dies in the first scene.
Off screen.
Off-screen scream.
Yep. There we go. Sounds good. Okay, I'm going to grab those back and continue on. Sorry, move that to the side there. There we go. Oh, something I'm going to move to the front as well. I'm going to keep talking for a little bit. Ha-ha.
So what is that? What's that thing?
I went to Michigan this weekend.
My home state.
To your home state, yep. Drove up on Saturday and drove back on Monday.
Okay.
Because there's nothing like driving for
well, in that
9.5
new car of
hours.
yours, no. I mean,
I know, I really enjoyed it. I managed to drive the whole way.
Did you go with anybody, or did you drive by yourself?
No, I went with my friend Thomas.
Okay.
He was there ready to sort of take over when I got
Okay.
tired, but I guess it's the ergonomics of the car. Just
You didn't get tired?
didn't get tired.
All right.
It was all good.
So what
Didn't
was
get
the event
fatigued.
that you attended?
I attended the Michigan GT,
Okay.
which is
Gran Turismo?
Gran Turismo, Grand Tournament.
Oh.
Yep, Michigan Grand Tournament. It's been running for a bunch of years. They have a whole host of different game systems running there.
Okay.
Probably 15, 20 different game systems, but tournaments for all of those
Oh, wow.
game systems. So
Okay.
it's all sort of pseudo-competitive play.
All right.
So there's Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar.
Shadespire?
I'm not sure. Probably. There are probably some Warhammer Underworlds events.
Okay.
30K, there was Infinity,
Oh, wow.
Dark Age, that's what I went to play.
Okay.
Dark Age from Simon. Yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff. Loads of stuff going on. Bolt Action.
Dust?
Dust. Yep, I think there was some Dust. Some War Machine and Hordes.
Wow, okay.
So loads and loads and loads of stuff going on.
Michigan.
So, but this was the mug I picked up for being best painted in the Dark Age tournament.
Nice.
So I was pretty stoked about that. I won that last year as well. So.
Well, it would go to figure. I mean, you are Dave Taylor of Dave Taylor Miniatures.
Sorry, Leona. It's okay. I'll just let everybody know that before the show, we always decide on where I'm going to be painting.
But it never works out?
It's always wrong. It ends up not where I actually end up painting. So how about that? How's that now? No?
It's okay.
I'm the worst. But yeah, so that was it was really cool hanging out with the folks who were playing Dark Age, and
Good.
buddy Ryan Kimmel from Indianapolis, who was organized the event, brought all the terrain up from Indianapolis,
Okay.
and that sort of thing. So,
So shout out to all those folks.
yep, indeed. It was definitely a good weekend. How about you? What'd you get up to?
So I stayed in my house.
And you
I relaxed. Well, I've
relaxed by watching.
Netflix, of course. Come on, please.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I watched season 2 of an animated series called Big Mouth
Right.
on Netflix, which is a really funny animated series about the trials and tribulations of adolescence around the 8th to 9th grade.
Okay.
7th, 8th, 9th grade years, when, our formative years as a young individual going through, hormone changes and stuff. It's super funny.
Right.
The comedians that put it, are all a part of it. bring a lot of, like when you watch it, you're like, I remember when that happened in my
Right.
life.
So is it, are the actors like are they older than 8th or ninth grade? Or?
The actors themselves, yeah, the voice actors is like Nick.
That's right,
Nick
animated
Brohl.
series, sorry.
Yeah, it's an animated series, so they're like Nick Brohl or I think it's Brohl is his name. John Mulaney, and some others. I can't recall all their names.
Okay.
Nick Kroll,
Right.
John Mulaney, and all those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's pretty funny, and so I did that. I worked on my book that I'm working on.
Oh. Very cool. Awesome.
Got a couple artists working on some of the character sketches for the book.
Very cool.
Yeah. So you guys out there watching this are going to be excited because I'm actually making a book of a bunch of characters for Dungeons and Dragons, and it's
That's going to be
going to be a
cool.
lot of fun.
Yep. Exciting.
Yeah, I got a guy by the name of Corey Davis and Christopher Cho, and doing some character sketches, and I have a few others that I'll be talking to. And then I talked to comic book artist Ken Hunt in regards to the cover of the book.
Oh, cool.
And he's going to look at, I sent him some character design ideas and kind of like how I would like the cover to look like.
Right.
And he said he'd get back to me sometime this week, and hopefully he'll be able to bust it out real quick.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
A nice, relaxing weekend then.
it was. And then I got hit by the con crud.
Oh.
So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Now you tell me.
Yeah, well,
I've been sitting down next to him for like 15 minutes now.
yeah.
Maybe you can have some of my Michigan con crud.
No.
No? Okay.
I,
Are you immune? Because it's your
I
home
don't
state?
think so.
Okay.
But I am extremely jealous of you
Yeah.
because I know what you got to do while you were up there. You sent pictures.
Yep. I got to go to a diner called Flapjacks and have some pancakes with maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Lucky.
Yeah. That was funny.
It was.
Yeah.
And it inspired me. So I went to the grocery store this weekend
Okay.
and I picked up one of every type of maple syrup they had on the shelf.
All right. Okay.
And I'm going to do a video
Nice. So they
around
could.
all these different flavors of maple syrup
All right.
or brands.
You
'cause
do
it's
like a testing.
Yeah, like
Tasting?
a taste testing. Yeah, and then, and
Okay.
critique them
Okay.
and talk about, the connoisseur of maple syrup that I am, So
Awesome.
let's see who's in the
Very
chat.
cool. Yeah.
So we got Kurt is here. Hey, Craig. Kurt and Craig. We've got
Kurt.
Walter and Carl. Warhammer 40K, is that an indie title?
It is. It's a little company out of the UK.
Nick says, hey, folks.
Hey.
Steve Hasselback, Baker. Rick. What's up? Rick and Dave. Craig says, watching while painting my commissioned Valor. Nice. Have library will travel. That's a fact. Mini Painting Sue says, loved meeting Bobby.
Cool. Bobby Jackson.
Michael Bruce is with us. What's up, Michael?
Hey, Michael.
Christian Waters is watching. For those of you that know, Christian actually works for Osprey.
Excellent.
And so thank you for joining us, Christian. Is there anything about the game that you would like to tell the folks watching, Christian, in the chat? Because it does hit shelves tomorrow, so go to your friendly local game store and pick it up and add it. Because the miniatures are pretty awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
And painting them is actually not a bad thing to be doing.
Yeah. To be very quick. There we
Yeah.
go. Just the right amount of detail.
Steve says, at least I'm not a red shirt. That's true. I'd have died already.
We can dream.
That's true. Hey, Simon. We got Simon Pitts with us. James is here. Hey, James.
Hey, James.
And Richard Tyler Jr. is with us. Thank you, Richard. Osprey, didn't they put out Gaslands?
Osprey did put out Gaslands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a game you enjoy.
it is very definitely. It is. It's a lot of fun. It's a good, cool, quick sort of game. It doesn't take long to sort of learn the rules, but you can just play. It's like almost endless replayability.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially depending on the terrain setups too, right?
Yep. Your terrain setup. There are lots of different. There's a bunch of different scenarios. If you wanted to sort of expand things rule-wise, you can. There's a campaign. There's different factions that you can play.
Okay.
Play as, which kind of restrict what you can take, but they open up different skill trees or upgrade trees for your drivers.
Okay.
So all stuff that's sort of linked to the background of the game.
Nice. And you know what's also kind of cool about Osprey doing this particular type of game with Wildlands and all the miniatures that are associated with it is you can take these out and play them in all those other miniature games that Osprey puts out, like Frostgrave and all that.
Sorry, Leona.
That's okay.
I'm just being
really far away today.
I'm just being super difficult today.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry.
Just
How about now? How's that now?
We'll see.
Let's see. That better? Cool. But yeah, so there's lots of different things you could use them in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you said Frostgrave. Did you say Frostgrave?
I said Frostgrave, yeah.
Ghost Archipelago?
I did not say that one. There's also, I mean, some of these like more like steampunky ones you could do in like Dracula's America.
Yeah. Definitely. There's some that might be appropriate for. I can't remember the name of it. No. It's kind of a Victoriana steampunk game set in London, I
Okay.
think. I can't remember if it's in Her Majesty's Service or something like that. Christian will let us know.
Christian will let us know.
Please let us know, Christian.
Yeah, sometimes apple barrel needs thinned. Other than that, they're great. What is it? What is that conversation there?
Having a conversation about craft paints. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. It says Mars. What is it? Mars is a lie. Craig Starnes. Like the colors, but the craft paints I have, apple barrel go on in one coat easily. Craig, don't talk. No. Don't, not apple barrel.
People can use whatever they like.
That's true. Walter says, Last Days Zombie Apocalypse Rocks. Last Days.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's my buddy Ash wrote that. And actually today on his YouTube channel, he put up a new Gaslands battle report, which is very cool.
They won't last on the mini as long due to their floating agent. Delta Creative makes the highest quality craft paint if you're in a pinch. But since I started painting as a business, I bought Game Color. Okay, Game Color is good. I'm actually using Game Color Orange right now.
Yep.
Very cool. So we got some other things going on the table.
We do.
Yeah. So for those of you watching, we are going to do a giveaway during the program, or post the program, but so if you hashtag Thunder, we've got one of these cool, well technically we got two of these cool Chief Guh premier figure from the Icons of the Realm, Storm King's Thunder. You can see Chief Guh right there.
Yep.
I'm working my way there.
I was going to say, you cosplaying as Chief
I might be
Guh.
cosplaying as Chief Guh as well. But yeah, you can get, we're going to send this out to 2 individuals. We have 2 of them right here. So just hashtag Thunder in the comments, and we'll pick after the program a winner. We'll comment in the comments and let everybody know who the winners were. So we have 2 of these to give away today.
Is this for because we've crossed
No,
the...
no.
This is just for fun?
This is just for fun.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
plus to get them out of my office.
Oh, my goodness.
But no,
We've got so much going on, though, don't we?
we do. So we've already surpassed 750 members in our Painting Happy Lumines group.
Yep.
And if you aren't in the group yet, you really need to jump over there because we're going to do a giveaway in there as well this week.
Yep.
So
What are we giving away for that?
I'm going to go back on that shelf in the back
Right. Oh, okay.
and see what miniatures we have and
That's a good
see
idea.
if there's something to give away.
Yep.
But the big thing is when I post it up, what was it we wanted them to do, Leona?
Picture of their paint space.
Yes,
Oh.
we're going to do that again.
Okay, picture of the paint space?
Yep, where do you paint?
Okay.
So once we post it up, in the comments underneath that one, show us your paint space.
Rather than painting face, like last week.
Rather than painting face.
I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get many other painting faces. When I say kind of, I was like really disappointed. I put myself out there,
Aw,
made myself vulnerable, and nobody followed suit.
but everybody really did enjoy it though.
Yeah, this is true. It was a good laugh. So, sorry, Leona. I'm just not in the zone. So what I'm doing with the minis there is just a nice quick silver for all of the armor plates and the weapon that's stuck in his head. I've gone with Nurgling Green from the Citadel range for the zombie flesh there. And one of my favorites, Charred Brown.
Charred brown.
For the clothing and the belts
Nice.
and pouches and stuff like that. So that just as a base coat for those. So I can make sure I can pick out these other zombie areas through the splits in the clothing. I say splits like the tears.
Okay.
There's like an exposed forearm and bicep and that kind of thing. So that's neat for this guy. Put it to the side. That's a cool little zombie god. I think that's what it's called. Yep.
I really hope Imagine Dragons doesn't get all like crazy because there's a lot of thunder going on there. You know that song, Thunder? Yeah, that song.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Many painting shows put hashtag Team Cavalry Brown.
Team Cavalry Brown. Excellent. I'll have to dig out my Cavalry Brown. Or my red leather. Okay. And
We also have another contest going on right now too. We have quite a few actually.
it's going to get confusing.
Yeah, there's so many. If you see the pumpkin over there, the glass pumpkin with all the dice, we actually did decide to do a how many dice are in there contest. So find the post on our Game Trade Media page.
Yep.
And put down your guess. And on the 31st, we're going to announce the winner
Yep. So
As-
on Halloween,
on Halloween for that.
the Great Dice Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Are we just going to, what's the prize? Maybe?
It's behind you.
Bragging rights?
The prize is behind you. It's Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Okay.
The board game.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Yep. So that's the giveaway there.
This board game. Yay!
Yeah.
Very cool.
And of course, because we have a lot of other things to talk about, one of the other contests going on the page is for the Dungeons & Dragons Arch and Arcana book. We've got that up.
Awesome.
So
That's on the GTM page.
on the GTM page, yeah. And this isn't a contest, but I want to kind of like do a shout out. If you look right here,
Oh.
our friends have a thing called Catan Chocolate, the milk chocolate edition.
All right.
And because, you know, we're
Excellent.
getting into the holiday season, this is a great gift. And you can pick this up at your local game store. If they don't have it, you can ask them to order it through the distributor, through Alliance.
Yep.
Catan, the milk chocolate edition. So go check it out. It's a delicious game.
It is.
I've gone through a few.
It's magically delicious.
Yeah, magically
You've
delicious.
gone through a few sets.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to pick up 5 of these for my friends. And by my friends, I mean me.
Talking about me, dude.
Excellent.
So yeah, the Catan Milk Chocolate Edition.
Milk chocolate.
It's a delicious, delicious game.
It is. It is. That's cool.
So much stuff going on.
So much stuff going on. Exactly. Exactly.
Then we got,
I can't keep track of it all.
no. At the end of November, we'll be at PAX. So if you are going to be at PAX, make sure you guys check us out there.
Oh my goodness. PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, PAX Unplugged. Philly.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, yeah.
That's gonna
And
be
of
cool.
course, we're going to have a huge contest around that.
Okay.
Not sending any, granted, this year we're not going to be sending anybody to PAX Unplugged.
Right.
Hopefully next year that's something we'll be able to do.
Yeah.
But if you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons,
Like you are.
like I am,
Yep.
you're going to really want to pay attention for when we announce the contest.
All right. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what that could all mean.
It's going to be really nice.
It's funny because I don't actually know.
You don't?
I kind of said it like I did know.
Yeah,
and
you
was
did.
leading up to a little bit of tension, but I've got no idea. No idea.
But it's going to be a really good contest, and everybody will be able to participate
Excellent.
in said contest.
Excellent. So that's for PAX at the end of November.
End of November. It's going to start before November, or start in November, go through PAX Unplugged, and probably be announced like the Friday after
Oh, okay.
PAX Unplugged.
Cool.
Because we want to get everybody at PAX an opportunity to participate as well.
Right. Okay.
So
That's
it's going to
cool.
be really good.
Excellent. That's very cool. What are you looking forward to at PAX? Have you got things on your list yet?
No, I mean,
Or is it too far away?
no, it's not too far away. I know they just they put up like the events
The
and
event
everything
schedule?
already.
Yep.
So I haven't really looked at it, but you know, Critical Role cast was probably going to be there again, so I wouldn't mind sitting in on one of their panels
Okay.
or one of their live stream events.
Cool.
But we're going to be live streaming from the showroom floor, doing interviews with publishers as we do.
We will
But
be.
I'm also going to try to get some Critical Role people on our stuff
Okay.
as well, and other like industry celebrities, I guess, is a
Right.
good way to put it, and talk to them and kind of get their input on like the state of the
State of the Union.
kind of the industry and
Right.
like what it was that got them into the gaming hobby and
Right.
you know those personal interests, things that everybody's like, ooh,
That's cool.
what's their nerd? What's their geek?
Right.
Oh, Carl said thunder and out. Bye.
Bye, Carl.
Crud, meeting and work. Gotta go. Hey, the Crafty Muse is with us. Hey, Vanessa.
Hey, hey.
She posted up something pretty cool today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
So they're going to be doing D&D in the castle again
Oh, okay.
next year.
Oh, this is your favorite castle ever. Most favorite castle ever, the one in Ohio.
No.
Is it that one?
No, it's an actual castle in England.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's an
A
English one.
real
Okay.
castle.
Okay, like,
Not Ravenwood.
okay.
I mean, Ravenwood is still pretty cool. But,
Excellent. Real castle. I can get behind that.
so if you want to post up a link to that or an event thing for that, Vanessa, please do. I'm sure everybody would like to know more about it.
Yeah. Very cool.
That is super cool. And though we're going to talk about it a little bit later this week, on Friday
Yeah.
for Board Games and Beyond, did anybody else see the post going around? I mean, I put it up about the D&D sports. It's like a competitive Dungeons and Dragons, like e-sport event.
No.
The
I didn't
winners,
see that.
the winning team gets like 5K.
Okay.
And I'm like, what?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty wild.
that's what I was thinking.
Man.
And why am I not on a team? Or at least sponsoring one?
Yeah. Where's that happening? What's going on there?
I
I just ask because way back in the day, when I was role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a young kid, I was like 14.
Right.
I won Best Dwarf.
Best dwarf.
Best Dwarf in an event in Newcastle.
Oddly, I
my
can see
hometown.
that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Short, grumpy, that sort of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, short and grumpy, but also, definitely an artisan. Dwarves are
Okay.
very much an artisan.
A little bit crafty.
A little bit crafty. So, Mini Painting Studio says, yeah, the trash MOBA D&D League. Clearly, I have a strong opinion on it.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, it's just starting out. I don't know when the dates are on it. I think it's relatively soon.
Right.
I don't know if it's anything like Arena. If anybody ever played that kind of format where everybody rolled up a third level character and you're thrown into Arena and you had to basically last man standing, but you also had some things within the arena that you had to kind of like avoid or defeat as well.
Right.
If it's like that, but where you're actually a team of players against each other, that wouldn't be half bad.
Okay. That one that I was mentioning where I won Best Dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically everybody. Like when people signed up, like teams of people signed up for it, everybody got the same characters.
Okay.
Everybody got like the pre-generated party.
Right.
Everybody went through the same adventure,
Okay.
same module, just different DMs,
Right.
and obviously, right from the go, different things happened to the party. And yeah, I got
Best dwarf.
Best Dwarf. I role played to the character.
I can dig that.
So, but as I said, that was years ago. Years.
Well, you were
It was
probably
like
still
30 years ago.
in Australia, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. But it was a pretty cool format. I think I might have got Best Dwarf because I think I was the only dwarf that survived. Everybody else has died.
Was this like the old RPGA modules, where they were actually like competitive modules?
These ones I think were created by the people who were running the event.
Okay, the local. Okay.
Yep.
I can see that. Very cool.
So,
Have a good day, James. Thanks for joining us.
hey James, catch you later. There we go. Yeah, getting there.
Thunder, thunder, Thundercat, says Walter.
Awesome.
He's saying that for everybody that's watching, just in case you missed it. We are doing a giveaway for a King Go
Chief Gut.
or Chief Ga premium figure by the D&D Icons of the Realms by WizKids. So if you hit hashtag Thunder in the chat, we're gonna send 2 of these out to 2 winners. So.
Yep.
And if you are just now joining us, we are painting Wildlands miniatures from the board game Wildlands by Osprey Games. Martin Wallace was the
Designer.
mind behind it.
Yep. Oh yeah, I mentioned that before, didn't I? Yep. Tim Brown, Bobby Jackson,
The
miniatures.
the sculptors.
Just saying. Yeah. The something else I was going to mention is so with our funky, you can see the funky backdrop we have here.
Mm-hmm.
It just arrived seconds before the show. That's the cover for the October issue, which should be in stores now.
Yep.
And in there is I think it's episode 4 of Painting Happy Little Minis, the magazine edition.
The tutorials.
The tutorials. So in that one is painting yellow. So I did on
The mountain.
the mountain that rides, Gregor Clegane from the A Song of Ice and Fire miniatures game from Simon.
Yeah.
Next issue, the November issue, has some night haunts. Basically how to paint ghosts. So night haunts from the Warhammer Underworld's Night Vault.
Which you guys painted last week.
Yep, we painted last week. So there's a picture on screen at the moment
Nice.
of those. So
Who painted those? Those look great.
I went through and finished them all up. There's some that were painted by me for the article.
All right.
There are some that were painted by me on the show. And on the left, the hanged man, the ever hanged. And on the right, second from the right,
The one with the
sort of the
like,
board.
club
No, with the board sort of attached to his
arm.
arm at the back there. Those two were painted by Mia and Gretchen.
Nice.
So Mia started them on Tuesday and Gretchen finished them on Thursday.
All right.
So yeah. But yeah, got them all done. Basically just finished off the basing and some of the detailing.
They look great.
But yeah, now I'm ready to play some games of Nightfall. Warhammer Underworld's Nightfall, which
God,
is pretty
this
pretty
guy.
sweet.
Playing games.
Playing games, yeah, for sure. You can
Who
play,
has time for that?
you can play games with these miniatures.
What?
I'm telling you. Who has time for it? I'm not sure. But, yep.
They look
I'm
great.
excited about. They came out well. Very good. I'm excited about that. Also, I'm going to mention a couple of other folks who painted stuff and posted pictures of them in the Painting Happy Little Minis group.
Uh-huh.
I think the first one, I'm not sure which one you've got up first, Leona.
What do you want?
Let's go for the ATST.
Oh, I did see this.
You see this one?
Yeah.
It's cool. We're waiting. Nope, there we go.
Oh, yeah, that looks so
Yep.
good.
So Michael Bruce from Emerald Dragon Games down in Florida posted this up the weekend. Super cool. This one's from Imperial Assault.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a smaller scale than
Legion.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Keeping track of all the games. So slightly smaller than the Legion one, but yeah, rather than being a neutral grey or a cool grey, he's gone for that a very nice warm sort of neutral colour look.
It looks so
Looks
good.
very cool. Nice work, Michael. Excellent. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Dave Schrumpf.
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, my. What is this?
So this is his. This is a work in progress. He was very clear to point out there's work in
Okay.
progress. So that's not me saying that it is. It's
Okay.
Dave saying that.
base is sick.
Yeah, that was the thing that he was pointing out is he wanted to have a go at some freehand to create that like spell effect. So yeah, I just wanted to say he's done a great job there. You have that nice sort of glowing sort of feel. But again, excellent work, Dave. Well done. Hooray! That's it from there.
And that's one of the things about the group, which is so cool, is everybody that's in the group posts up miniatures that they're working on, shows off their amazing artwork, asks questions, gives answers, creates a great community that you, if you're not already part of, can absolutely be a part of. So go over to Painting Happy Little Minis, the Facebook group, request a join. Someone will add you in there. One of us here,
We'll race for it.
we'll race for it.
Yep.
And we'll get you into the group. And we want to see everybody's progress and completions and, you know, just have
more
fun.
and more painted miniatures because we all love to look at cool painted toy soldiers, regardless of
Absolutely.
where they're from. So yeah,
I don't
definitely
know.
get involved.
But if they're from Madagascar, I don't know.
What the movie?
Just
Madagascar?
anywhere. Anything about Madagascar. I'm just not a fan.
What about hissing beetles?
Oh,
How-
the Madagascar
Maybe
hissing
beetles.
cockroaches?
Yeah, yeah. How would you not like those?
I don't know. Have you ever seen them? Or like held one? They're actually quite large.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They're great pets.
What?
Yep.
Gross. You, sir, are talking crazy now.
I am. This is true. I would never have a pet. I can barely keep myself alive. What are you talking about? It would be irresponsible of me.
To have pets?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm sure several people are now going to point out that I actually already have a pet.
And kids.
Yeah, but I have a wife too, and she sort of makes sure that they stay alive.
Solo was a great movie. I agree, Walter. Thank you for
Oh my
that.
goodness. Out of the
No, so he
Oh,
mentioned
they're talking about
the ATST.
ATSD. Yep.
Shout out to Black Magic Craft. Are they a work in progress? That's my brother, Todd. Yes, one of them was Todd.
Yep.
And if you're still watching, Todd, he was in Lansing this past weekend playing at some sort of the GT is what it was.
Michigan GT.
The Michigan GT.
Yep. Michigan Grand Tournament is the. So it started out as like a Warhammer 40,000 event, but yeah, it's definitely grown over the years. It was at the Causeway Bay Hotel in East Lansing. I got to the Lansing Brewing Company for dinner on Saturday night, and had a great poutine.
I spam all the time, guys. I get blocked all the time for spamming.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm blocked right now. I can't add people to groups.
Right. Even to our group.
Even to my own group. Yeah, that we run. For now.
For now.
But on the 22nd, when I'm released from jail.
Released from Facebook jail.
Yep. It will begin again.
Oh,
Stand by, people.
Oh, Richard. Richard the Spammer.
Yeah.
All about the spam.
That might have been because of my time in Hawaii.
I expect so.
They love eating spam out there.
Love the spam there.
Yeah. So good.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
I need some, like-
How's he going? Oh my goodness. You've painted all the books.
He said if he was at Flapjacks, you were a block away from my brother's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In East Lansing?
In East Lansing.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
That's funny. Yes, that was Flapjacks yesterday morning, just before we hit the road. So.
You see that, Todd? And he didn't even stop and say hi. This guy.
You can say it. You can say jackass.
The worst.
Worst. The worst. Okay. Nice. So yeah. Do you want to show him off?
Who? My guy?
Yeah, Lunk.
Are we there yet?
Oh no, we're not there yet, but I just want to see some progress.
Some work
Some
in
work.
progress?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll put him under the camera here. Oh.
She's like, it's Rick's painting.
Yeah. I don't want to have to focus.
It's all good.
No. How about the spinner? Will it go on the spinner? There we go. Okay.
But yeah, so I used some plate, some gunmetal gray or gunmetal on the armor, and then I'm going through with like some silver to give it a little bit of highlight, and then the game color orange fire for the cape,
Okay.
and then just a random assortment of Army Painter war paints.
So you can see
for the books.
the shade from the like the wash that's on the minis already. So your orange fire was fairly thin
Yeah.
when it went over. So you got that depth in there already, just a
Yeah.
single coat.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Pretty wild. And yeah, so the books.
Yeah,
Very neat. That's looking good.
thanks.
Yay! Cool. I think I'm going to hit my guys, or some areas of them, with a wash.
Ooh,
I know. A little bit of Agrex Earthshade.
such a good wash.
It is.
It's no tinny tin, but
This is true. What is?
just tinny tin.
Just tinny tin? Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. So here we go.
That's one of the things I find fun about when I'm not in here, but I'm in my office watching you guys paint.
Yeah.
And every time you use tinny tin, Rick's favorite.
Rick's favorite. Tinny tin. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Okay.
It's not even because of the color or anything. I just love the name.
Yep. It is good. Almost as good as Brassy Brass.
Ugh, we don't talk about that one.
There's quite a bit of Brassy Brass used on those night haunts.
Okay. To bring out the...
Just as the like as a secondary sort of spot color on the any metallics.
Okay.
It'll be a little bit brighter than the rusty metal, rusty silver, or iron, I guess.
That makes sense.
There we go. So this one I tackled a little bit differently. Normally I'd go through and put a like a mid. If I was going to use a wash over the browns, I'd use like a mid brown.
Okay.
Put the wash over and then highlight up. But I started with a dark brown and highlighted it up with the red leather. And now I'm just knocking it back a little bit with the Agrex Earthshade wash. So there we go.
David, I will do my best to paint all of your miniatures. I'm sorry, I can't paint all your miniatures.
Who's asking that?
David Waveright's like, Richard, will you please paint all current and future board games in my collection?
Well, when we get to 1,000 people in the group, then Rick will do it.
Okay, I won't be able to paint.
You'll paint one miniature from every single board game in your collection.
That in itself could be daunting. Who knows? I don't know what
could.
David's collection looks like.
It's a mighty wall, I'm sure.
But that's a great challenge. If you invite your friends to the Painting Happy Little Mini group that you think would enjoy it, and we get to 1,000,
Yep.
I think we should paint a cool model, each of us, for that.
Okay.
For a contest for that.
That sounds good.
So let's get that group to 1,000, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let's keep climbing. Keep
Yeah.
climbing. Okay.
So on Thursday, we got about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
On Thursday, we're going to continue to paint these. We'll have, I think Gretchen will be here to paint as well.
Okay, cool.
And so we'll continue to paint Wildlands on Thursday. This does hit the shelves at your local game store tomorrow, the 17th.
Okay.
So you can go pick it up, and you can paint along with us if you happen to go pick it up.
Yep.
And that would be really awesome. Next week, just to get you guys in the mood and the mode for it, we'll be painting Weirdscape.
Oh, yeah. Weirdscapes. So the new terrain from Weird.
Yeah.
So terrain that's good for Malifaux, Through the Breach.
The other side.
The other side, which is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, these are very cool modular plastic terrain in high impact polystyrene. Very cool stuff. And yeah, you'll also be appropriate for any
game.
kind of steampunk focused game. But yeah, really very cool stuff.
Yeah. So we'll be doing those next week, but we want you to come back on Thursday, obviously, with your copy of Wildlands and paint with us
Yep.
the miniatures that you get. And we'd love to see what you guys are putting together there. It'd be great.
Definitely good.
Tiamat the Dragon. Like, what size are you asking, Walter? Like, what size are these miniatures?
Like what sort of scale would they be?
yeah.
I think these would be 25 mil scale,
All right.
because they're in the kind of, let's have a look. So we've got some smaller sort of humans, about this sort of size. We've got that skeleton there. Very sort of classic adventuring minis, classic look. So. Ooh, struggling. There we go.
Struggling.
For the no, struggling for the
focus shot. Yeah.
There we go. But yeah, sort of very that very classic look. So I think yeah, I'd say sort of 20 in that 25 mil range. Around there. But they definitely fit in with a lot of older D&D gaming miniatures.
They are pretty slick. All right.
And spooky as well. Or at least these skeletons are.
The skeletons are.
The skeleton and the zombie and...
But even some of these other miniatures that are in the set, like you've got
the
this
basic box. Yeah.
in the core box, you've got the Minotaur, you've got this like werewolfy looking creature, you got the Owlman, Hugo the Owlman looking guy.
Yeah.
There's some pretty wild looking creatures in here. There's
That's
like
true.
a goblin-y looking. I just realized I love this miniature.
Yeah, because he's...
I'm going to
Yep.
put this on the spinner.
Yep.
I love this miniature, and I'm now going to have to build a character around it. because
Excellent.
he's a pugilist or a
Yep.
fist fighter, and he's got like this spiked cestus on his left hand. That guy just looks rough, like a half
Excellent.
orc monk with like a cestus on his hand.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, the bladed,
Oh, the spiked glove.
the spike gloved hand,
Right.
kind of like what Conan used in the pits
Okay.
in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
Excellent.
I've always wanted to get. This may sound a little weird, but when I was a
Go for
younger
it anyway.
man,
Go for it.
I always wanted to get into a fight where you had to wear cestus.
All right. Okay.
Not so much like with a big blade on it or anything,
Right.
but spiked out a little bit.
Right. Just a little bit. Just enough to.
Yeah, like a cage match with like, some barbed wire.
That doesn't sound weird at all, Rick.
I was just a young weird guy that did weird stuff.
Yep.
Like
Lived in Michigan.
my stint as a semi-pro wrestler in Chicago when I was stationed up there.
All right. I can see that.
Yep.
Yeah. Totally.
Are you painting directly over the wash or did you prime them? Eric, that is a great question. We actually are just painting directly over the wash.
Yep.
We could have primed them. I think we may have need to have primed them.
Yeah.
I think
I
so.
don't know.
But it's definitely a neat look when you don't, because like David already said, the shading effect is already kind of popping through like on the cape here, and I didn't really need to wash it with anything, and that was convenient.
Yep.
So, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and put my guy up there.
Okay, up on the spinner. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my washes are drying now, so I like this format where we're able to sort of get some stuff done on the Tuesday,
Right.
do some washes towards the end of the show,
Right.
let it dry, and come back and finish it off after the washes on Thursday. It's very nice.
Yes.
I like.
I think mine probably does deserve a wash as well to kind of pop the armor out a little better.
The armor's popping pretty well, I will say.
I kind of realized I think Lunk is more like a servant of a wizard,
Yep.
carrying the books around for the wizard.
For sure. I think so. Oh,
Those look great.
sorry, you just had that little bit of wash on the back of the skull, which looked like it was going to pool.
Yeah,
So I took it away so that I didn't have that sort of large chunk there.
they look great.
So,
So there you have it, everybody. Those are some amazing miniatures from the board game Wildlands, which is available tomorrow at your local game store. Go pick it up. We'll be back Thursday to paint them again. As a reminder, if you haven't already, hashtag Thunder into the comments, because when we're done here, I'm going to go back to my desk.
to the side, where does it appear? Underneath.
It depends on what form. Like if you're on your phone, it's probably below.
Right.
If you're on a laptop or a computer, it's just
Might
to
be
the right.
Okay.
So if you could go ahead and put hashtag Thunder, we're going to be giving away a Chief Guh miniature from WizKids.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. And just as a reminder, because this is the holidays and everything, I am cosplaying today as the Great Pumpkin, and you're welcome.
And we have the
Guess how many dice are in the pumpkin contest going on as well.
Yep.
That if you go back to our main Facebook page,
Game Trade Media page.
yep, and find it there, you can guess.
Yep.
And we're also giving away the Art and Arcana book, a copy of that, which doesn't even come out until like the end of the month.
Okay.
And it's an amazing history of the art of Dungeons and Dragons. It's so good.
Yep.
So we're giving away a copy of that, and then, like I said, stay tuned for the 750 award. We're going to give something away in the Painting Happy Little Minis group, because
Yep.
we've reached the 750 member mark.
Yep.
And when we get to 1,000, we'll do another one.
Yeah. More to come.
More to come. We do have a lot of stuff to give away.
We do.
I mean, I have
We
a
do.
big shelf two big shelves in the back filled with stuff.
It is. That's right. It is. Too.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of stuff back there.
Yeah.
So
Huge amounts of stuff.
that's one of the great things about being a part of this fun community here at Game Trade Media. There's always a chance to win something.
Yep. Even
So-
if it's just to look at your face. Winning.
Winning. Great pumpkin.
Nice.
But yeah, so here's
Okay.
a look at what Wildlands looks like.
This is what the box will be on the shelf of your local store.
It's so good.
And so in the US, it's $80.
Yeah.
It releases tomorrow.
Yeah.
With, I don't think we showed, how many miniatures are in there? Did we talk about it?
30 action cards.
So 4 factions, each containing 5 character cards, 30 action cards, and 5 inked wash miniatures. So that's 5 for
20.
each faction. So 20 miniatures. And there are 6 in the Unquiet Dead
Perfect.
expansion set, which is out in November.
It's a lot of cool stuff.
Very cool.
I can dig it. Yeah. And again, go over and join our group, Painting Happy Little Minis.
Any happy little minis.
And also, if you haven't picked it up, pick up GTM Magazine, the magazine at your local game store.
There we go.
Yeah. Issue 224. It's got some great articles, as you can see on the cover. Keyforge, an amazing game coming out from Fantasy Flight Games,
Yep.
created by Richard Garfield.
Yep.
So go check that out. There's also a cool video on our YouTube channel as well, where we're teaching how to demo this.
Okay.
But it's also a great way to learn how to play it. There are some people have already made some comments in the video
Yeah.
about there were some errors.
Mistakes we made? Okay.
Because it was kind of hard for me to get out of the Magic the Gathering card
mindset.
play.
Right, okay.
In a couple aspects, but it's good information. The comments are actually very positive in their criticism.
Excellent. It
just
wasn't
so
just,
that-
you're a jerk.
Yeah, who does a video and doesn't know how to play the game? I knew enough.
Excellent. Excellent. That's good.
So you can pick that up, and there's also some great articles in there. Obviously, your Painting Happy Little Minis article,
Yep.
More Keyforge stuff, and lots more amazing content. And it also shows you a lot of the product coming out at your local game store in the next couple months.
Yep.
So
Definitely cool.
pick it up. It's a great magazine. On that note, I'm Rick,
I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at the game store. Thank you for joining us. Guys, we're super excited to share that our new book, The Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games, is now available.
We love tabletop gaming as much as you do, and we're so thrilled to share the finished book with the community. This book covers the history of the tabletop industry, from classic board games like Monopoly to collectible card games like Magic, and of course, RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons.
The book also highlights some of the top talent in the industry, featuring interviews with Peter Atkinson, Matthew Mercer, Larry Elmore, and many more. Plus, we chatted with collectors from all walks of life who shared their own knowledge and insight about tabletop collecting.
We also discuss everything from the impact of crowdfunding on the current state of the industry, as well as take a look at all sorts of ways to preserve your collection for years to come. This book provides a perfect snapshot of the tabletop industry at large and shows what makes this hobby so great.
You can head into your local game store or comic shop right now and pick up your copy of the Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games. If they don't have it in stock, you can order your copy through previews, through Game Trade Magazine, or through gemstonepub.com.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.